Welcome back to Goldwynn Dinner Club. I'm Grif.
I'm Parker.
And this is Super Metroid. We're about an hour in to Super Metroid.
Making things happen. Samus is on the move. She hasn't stopped for nothing. Samus has got a mission and she's done with this crap. Ridley stole her baby. And you know what she says? Nuh-uh. I don't think so.
Do you ever... one time I went to, Six Flags?
Yeah.
So the one in New Jersey is called Great Adventure. And in New Jersey, because it's cold most of the year, they're only open during like a little bit of the fall and spring and the summer. So
yeah.
So I would get once I was old enough to drive, I got a season pass so I could go throughout the whole summer just whenever I wanted. And I would always try to bring people, but like there's just like I wanted to go so often I couldn't find people to come with me every single time. So this one time I'm there alone. And they had this ride called Batman and Robin. It was based on the Batman and Robin movie with George Clooney.
Right, and the infamous bat nipples. Continue.
No, that was in the Val Kilmer one.
It was also in Batman and Robin. It was so much more pronounced in Batman and Robin. It was way worse.
Oh, okay. Well, you gotta tell the audience where his nipples are. Otherwise, you'll be like, does he not have any?
That's true. That's true. Sorry, forgive me. Continue.
So that was like the longest line for any ride at Six Flags because the roller coaster was a one-way track where it would go one direction and then it would stop and it would go backwards throughout the whole track and then you would get off. Right. So they could only have one car on the track at a time. So it took forever to get on it. And I'm standing in line and I've been in line for maybe like 45 minutes and it's like shoulder to shoulder. It's really crowded and I'm close to the end and I hear them come on the loudspeaker and go, if there are any single riders, please come up to the front and we'll give you a front row seat. We just need to fill front row seats with single riders. And I'm like, oh yes, finally, like the benefit of going to Six Flags alone. And then right as I'm about to like raise my hand, one of the teenagers in front of me who I'm not with goes, who goes to Six Flags alone? And all of his other teenage friends start laughing.
Oh no.
And I just stood there and I waited in line as if I wasn't a single rider.
This is like I swear every few episodes you just hear one of our villain origin stories. And this is what made it happen.
Teenagers. Those damn teenagers.
And I still don't like teenagers to this day.
I didn't like them when I was a teenager.
I didn't like them then. I definitely don't like them now, and I probably.
But if you watch this show, I like you. I like teenagers who watch Goldwynn Dinner Club.
I think we love them, especially if they have money to spend. That's called a key demographic, folks. Disposable income. They're like, spend it on what? I don't know. We don't understand business, or we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have opened a dinner club that didn't serve dinner if we understood the fundamentals of business.
Goldwynn Dinner Club is a classic business idea. It's two friends who started a restaurant to play video games. Like, what's not to get?
I know that it sounded good when we started, but I'm starting to think this was really like, I mean, I don't want to say it, but I'm starting to think we're like stupid.
Speak for yourself. I'm really, really, really smart.
Didn't you do a book report on Bill Clinton?
It wasn't a book report. I didn't read any books.
Got me. Oh, you got me.
Gotcha.
I'm not stupid. I didn't read any books.
I just recalled a scene from Saturday Night Live.
That's so good. Oh, you know what? Speaking of that, just things to talk about, because I know you have very strong feelings about this next sort of topic.
Oh, yeah. I already can tell.
You already know.
I already can tell I have strong feelings about it. In fact, I'm getting worked up right now.
You're getting heated. I want to hear thoughts on McDonald's nugget sauces.
Oh, hot mustard all the way.
Hot mustard. Remember when they took it away for a little bit?
Yeah, I literally wrote them a letter and they brought it back. I wrote them a letter. I was like, can you guys please bring back hot mustard sauce? I literally can't eat your nuggets without it. And they brought it back like a few months later. And I was like, whoa, they actually
Okay.
listened.
Is that all that it said, or was it way more heartfelt and sad?
Well, I don't remember exactly what it said.
It was
But-
something along the lines of, how do I live without you?
I needed that hot mustard sauce. Yeah, the buffalo sauce was like just sort of like a temporary like, but it was
That's,
like
the
hot
buffalo
mustard.
sir, the buffalo sauce was only a contingency. We need the hot mustard.
And that's McDonald's is the only place in the world where I'd ever think chicken nuggets go with mustard. Literally everywhere else, I'd be like buffalo sauce for sure, or ketchup maybe, but like mustard and chicken fingers, that doesn't make any sense. But it's so good.
I do want to recommend. Oh my God, these things are just going to town. I do want to recommend that people watch the Tim Heidecker, Eric Wareheim series, Tim's Kitchen Tips, where he just
Oh yeah,
relentlessly makes sauces with too much mustard in it.
yeah.
It's the I think I like forced a bunch of writers to watch it once, and they're like, "Why?" And I'm like, "I just want you to see what you could do with very little." I need you to know how simple this job really is. When it comes down to it, you could just have a guy putting too much mustard in a bowl, and that's pretty funny.
Yeah, and then just like making eye contact with like the sound effects of mustard.
Oh, and that final episode is he's like, today we're gonna make honey mustard, which is made with mustard and honey, like from bees. That's it. Simple, but the earnest delivery of such a stupid premise gets me every time.
Okay, wait. This is maybe off topic, but do bees eat
what
the honey
topic?
too?
They must. Yeah, totally.
Are you sure?
I think it's.
Or it's just like the honey, like their juice, like their oils.
I don't think the honey
Like
is a
they're sweet.
byproduct because they stuff it into the comb, and I believe they stuff it into the comb to store it for later. And I think if you're a good beekeeper, you don't take all the honey. You know what I mean? I could be wrong. Do we need to search our brain banks to like deep dive on honey?
While you do that, I want to talk about
Okay.
something. While I did a research earlier because I was watching Lord of the Rings, and I was asking myself, does the ring turn everyone invisible or just hobbits? Because the only characters we ever see wear the ring in any of the movies are hobbits. So I looked it up, and it said that actually the ring turns everyone invisible except for Sauron, because it's too powerful for everyone but Sauron, and for everyone else it just cloaks them in darkness so no light can touch them, and that's why they're invisible.
That's interesting. I thought it was like even more heady than that. Like you're not really invisible. You're going to the realm like of the dead, essentially.
What
where
I
the
read,
where the wraiths are.
I
Like
read
it's kind of
literally-
mysterious.
I read literally just was like on the top of Google, and it just said it cloaks you in darkness, of like it cloaks you in Sauron's evil and no light can touch you. So it's almost hurt. It's like hurting you. It's not really giving you a power. Like you are invisible, but like it's not. Like like some characters can see you anyway. Like I think Shelob was able to see him.
That's just a good name.
Shelob.
Shelob.
Oh, I found out recently. Lob is like an old word for spider. So
That's right. It's the
so she's like the she spider.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Shelob's like this other family members are in the Hobbit trilogy. I've only seen the movies. I haven't read any of the books, but I love the movies so much.
My brain has returned data.
Okay.
Yes, bees eat honey.
Okay. Is that all they eat? Because I know they eat pollen, but do they just collect pollen?
Because they regurgitate the honey. I believe honey. I think the last time I checked, and I don't know if this is true, but last time I checked, like honey is like they eat all sorts of stuff and regurgitate honey, and honey is kind of a byproduct, but it's also like a stored food that they can have at any time, you know. So I don't know, but we eat it.
When I was a kid, I thought bees ate people.
Elaborate.
Well, because when when you get attacked by bees, It's like, oh, they're eating you. Like if you don't fight back, like they'll consume you.
Is
I thought bees were like predators.
I don't know. You may be thinking of wasps
Well, bees will attack you
or
too.
hornets. They're pretty friendly, dude. Have you seen those videos
Hit
where
a
like
beehive with a bat and tell me bees won't attack you?
Well, yeah, but have you seen those? Have you seen those videos? It's always like some adorable Instagram influencer will pick up a rock and there's a whole hive of bees underneath, and then she'll just like grab a handful of bees and slap them into a box. Literally slap them, like it makes an audible pap as she puts them into the box, and she's just got a smile on her face, and then she eats. She like takes a bite out of the honeycomb and smiles at the camera, like I woke up like this.
I watch a lot of those. Yeah. Well, that's been another episode of Goldwynn Dinner Club. We'll see you tomorrow for more Super Metroid and talk about bees. I have a lot more to say about bees. See you tomorrow.